to look as ridiculous as possible. How's everybody doing? I'm wearing these because, folks, I've said how my partner has a very funny but very, very, very easy to predict habit of just absolutely trashing earbud headphones. This is not to drag them or put them out on the spot, but they borrowed my headphones for the weekend and came back and gave them back to me with, if you look at that, the little devices, the little cups that you put on the top so they fit in your ears, vanished. And I was like, where did they go? I was like, I have no idea. Well, can't use these. They barely fit in my ears before. But I was like, this is why I don't buy expensive headphones. Because, listen, how upset would you be if that was like your fancy pants Beats by Dre or whatever headphones? Instead, those are, I believe, like $5 JVC brand earbuds. So I was just like, it's totally fine. Mild inconvenience. Wish I'd known about it when I was at the store so I could have bought more. But it's okay. I just got the cans on the ears instead. And we're gonna go into our Stardew Valley game here. Where we've got, look at that, almost 6 million G-monies and $185. Ignore that part. Look at that, only 18 hours into it, and we've already got this much. Wow, doing great. Even if you're like, oh, 85, still pretty good. Still pretty good, just, it's okay, we're having fun with it. Hope all of you had fun on your weekends, or if it wasn't a weekend, just had fun in general. I resisted the strong temptation, let me say, to play more Breath of the Tear of the Kingdom of the Wild. Resisted. Successfully, thankfully. I definitely do that. It's true. You know me, Corpus. Okay. Now, folks, I've said this at the beginning of these streams for a couple weeks now, but we're on the road to the end. We've got 4 million G to grind up. And once we've done that, we're basically done with the game. I mean, we are not just basically, we're actually probably not going to stream it anymore because we'll have finished all of the content in Stardew Valley. And then I would literally not know what to do after that. Hey boss, what's up? How you doing, boss? Oh man. It's been so hot here. I'm literally dying. package subscription, but for YouTube, where it's like $5 a month, and it gets you like emojis and early access to some videos. Spoiler, these are videos that you are, if you're watching this on Twitch, are already watching. It's not new content, but it's the same content but earlier, and you know, and it's generally a nice way to like show some love to me, hopefully a creator that you enjoy watching. And then again, no pressure or anything to do that. It's all just, you know, if you've got the means, if you feel like it, if it floats your boat, tickles your fancy, etc. Head on over to YouTube, youtube.com/hellzoneclub, and give that a look. See if that's something you'd like. And yeah, so I launched that yesterday. Basically, you know, that's how I spent my day off. I hate always being like, oh, how'd you spend your day off? And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm just doing stuff for the channel. But that's usually how it ends up going. But I did do something fun, which was finish watching Better Call Saul, the final callings. I think that's what they called it. The final calling of the soul. And that was quite enjoyable. I won't spoil it for people who haven't watched it, but it's good. You know, turns out it's a good show. I know that might seem weird, right? What? The show that's been really good for its entire run was good. Yeah, it was. I did feel a little bit like there could have been more. You know, I felt like it didn't have to necessarily end when it did. It kind of like was the same thing with Breaking Bad. Here, I'll talk about it in Breaking Bad terms because I feel less bad speaking broadly about the things that happened in Breaking Bad because it was much longer ago. Is that like the way Breaking Bad worked was like Walter White is like, I've got cancer and I'm gonna die of that at some point, and it wasn't an issue at all until they decided they wanted to end the show. Right? You know, like there's like 5 seasons. Walt was fine. Season 6, he's like, the cancer's back. I'm dying. And that's when the show entered like the end game, you know. And I felt like the same thing is true to a large extent with Better Call Saul. It's like that last season they were like, alright, now everybody who's not supposed to be here is gonna die or whatever, and then the finale of the show will happen, where it's like that could have been later if they wanted it to be, but you know, they wanted to end the show, and that's cool too. I'm just complaining because I'm like, I'd watch more. You know, I'm just like, you know, you don't have to end it. I'm cool with it. I'll watch some more. I'll call Saul as many times as you want. Listen. I'm down to call Saul. But you know, all things must come to an end, and as endings go, it was good. Enjoyed it. basically, just so I just feel weird if I don't talk about what we're currently doing too often. So we're pretty much just chilling, making cash, which is nice because it's a good time to like chat or just like relax. And speaking of, if there's any of you who like to relax, I know there may be some out there who enjoy relaxation and perhaps even ASMR relaxation. There will be the brand spanking new fun video coming out for everybody on YouTube tomorrow. One from the challenge that you all successfully reached. So take a look at that on YouTube. Completely separate from the membership. Completely separate from the membership thing. Member or not. You gon' get that video. You gon' get that video. What's ASMR? It stands for super malicious rhinoceros. And it's sweeping the nation. Just stampeding along, destroying everything it sees. He must be stuck, but he cannot be. So look for it to that on YouTube. So, this farm, basically perfect. We've got really nice fertilizer just all over this bad boy. Tons of starfruits. Tons of starfruit seeds. We're just doing it, just doing it. Nice and clean. A nice clean farm. Okay, now let's put these away and then sell those perps. Or yellows, I guess. Not perps. Then, yeah, we got our two. Is this it? Are we missing a level on this for some reason? What is level 21? It's not level 22. What the heck? What did we not do? We've got the... I don't know how I could use this if we don't have a level 22. That's such... What am I, a noob? Some sort of noob. They're level 21. Unacceptable. do you say? What do you say we give out some fine gifts to all the mothers out there? What's a nice Mother's Day gift? You know, we give a nice gift to all the mothers in Stardew Valley land. They like dwarf gadgets. What are moms into? Turnips, parsnips. Bombs. Do moms like bombs? Do moms like bombs? Let's take a look. Robin likes spaghetti. Loves spaghetti. Do you have any spaghetti for Robin? I'd like to give them a gift they love, if possible. But I refuse to do additional work to make it happen. You know, that's because it's the lack of thought that matters. Everyone agrees it's the lack of thought that matters. Maybe I can make spaghetti. 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 Oh, you know, this is super loud, isn't it? I was just checking the levels and I was like, oh, this is like a lot louder than I needed it to be, isn't it? Hope that's not. Oh, look at that. And we have spaghetti too. The stream's turning around. Okay, well, just in case no one could hear anything I was saying for the entire stream. It's Mother's Day. We're making all the moms out there some gifts that they love. Hey Ashmo, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Very kind to you, very kind. We probably don't have like beer, right? Let's see, parsnips. Beer, pina colada, glazed yams. Okay, parsnips, beer, glazed yams, steamed hams. I'm doing great. The stream was potentially unlistenable for about half an hour, but, you know, that's... Okay, that's an exaggeration. It was just a little bit louder than usual. How do I not have... steamed ham, steamed clams, glazed yams. Where are those? There we go. Alright. That's some glazed yams. Okay, Carolyn. That's a mom right there. I'm doing great. How are you? Actually, let's turn off the echo there, so we're not echoing too much. Or was it even on? I don't know. You know, listen, just getting back from the weekend, we're getting back into things. see any in here. Could we have the fish taco in a different location? Where have we deposited the fish taco? You've been playing Tears of the Kingdom all weekend and you're not very far. I mean, that's a good thing technically, right? If you don't want it to be over too fast. Does Carolyn like anything? What kind of fish taco? Poison fish taco. Alright, Stardew. Favorite gifts. Show me them favorite gifts. Gonkus, thank you so much for following. Welcome to 1000. Alright, it's Caroline. Caroline is not on this page. What is this person doing? This is a professional website. Caroline is not present. Caroline is just absent from the fan bite Stardew Valley Gifts Guide. Okay, that's fine. Listen, I'm not gonna forget about Caroline. Okay. Tropical curry, magic rock candy, pearl, golden pumpkin, summer spangled rabbit's foot, and prismatic shard. That's what she likes. You know, Caroline is a woman who knows what she likes, and it's that. It's those things. I think we've got curry. I think we've got the tropical curry. Maybe not. How could you stay confident to have a job for the first time? That's a great question. Now, I think, really, it's about believing in yourself more than anything else, you know, so, if you have other aspects of your life where you're able to have confidence, trying to think about how you felt in those situations, trying to think about what led you to feeling confident in those situations, and try to extend that to this situation, you know. If you feel confident, you know, in anything in your life, just imagine it'll be like that. There's rock candy, not miner's treat, right? Where? I don't know. We must have some somewhere. I don't know where. I just need a pineapple. I must have a pineapple somewhere. Let me have a pearl. I could just give her a pearl. She'd like that. I did have a fish taco right here. Unbelievable. This whole time, there's a fish taco right there. Alright, who's our next mom then? Who's the next mom? Joe Dye, crispy bass and pancakes. Crispy bass, pancakes. crispy bass, crispy pancakes, crispy pancakes, crispy bass, crispy bass, crispy, 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 crisp, crispy, crisp, crispy, crispy bass, crispy, crispy, crispy bass, crispy bass. There's pancakes, crispy, crispy pancakes, crispy, 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 crispy pancakes. Evelyn, probably a mom. I think her children died. It still counts. So she can get a beat or a diamond. Damn. Evelyn's got some expensive tastes. It is hard to be ready for life, you know, I'd say that's true at all times. I don't think it's ever easy to be ready for life. She also likes chocolate cake stuffing. Okay. Chocolate cake stuffing. Now I'd like to give Evelyn a nice chocolate cake, but I don't know if we have one. Oh, we can make one. What about stuffing? I feel like that's one we wouldn't use anywhere else. Stuffing, 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 stuffing. That's it, we need hazelnut. We don't have any hazelnut, that's okay. I'll just go with the chocolate cake. I'll just bake an entire 3-tiered chocolate cake for her. Okay. Alright. Marnie. Marnie's a mom. She likes pumpkin pie. Pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin pie. Pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin pie. Pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin pie. Pumpkin, pumpkin pie. Pumpkin, 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 pumpkin pie. Pie. Pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin pie. Pumpkin, 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 pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin, 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 pumpkin pie. Pie, 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 pie. I don't know. I can't find Marnie on this list. There you are. Okay, she likes rabbit's feet, diamonds, farmer's lunch, pink cake, pumpkin pie, golden pumpkin, magic rock candy, pearl, and prismatic shard. And we could go with the pink cake. Do you have a pumpkin pie? Pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin pie, pumpkin pie, pumpkin pie, pumpkin pie, pumpkin pie, pumpkin pie. Or farmer's lunch. We've got that. How about a nice farmer's lunch? Okay, Vincent. I don't know if Vincent counts as a mom. I don't think Vincent is a mom just yet. One day maybe. Wizard. I don't think the wizard is a mom. Sandy. Unclear. ducks are single, which would imply that they're not moms. Assuming that they've never. I mean, I guess you could be a single mom, right? I don't know if we have any single moms in the crew here, though. Not that I know of, anyway. Well, let's just say that none of them are practicing single moms, alright? Whether they are or not non-practicing single moms. Alright, so we've got 6 moms, 6 meals. And so then, yeah. Alright. I don't know if we can do it tonight. Might have to wait till tomorrow. But I mean, listen. We just gotta help these moms eat, We gotta let these moms eat. Alright, Mom. Moms, are you hungry? Carolyn wants the fish taco. Alright, here you go. Yeah, you should be speechless. Tingles, 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 tingles. Tingles, 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 tingles. That's funny. She's asleep. Guess we can't give her. We're gonna have to delay her meal. That's okay. See, I assume Marnie's over here. No, it doesn't look like it. Do they not got parents here? Y'all got any parents? Maybe not. I don't know if they do or not. I don't think they do have parents. Alright, and then Jodai wants pancakes. Hey. It's alright. Nobody's home, Jody. You don't have to tell anybody. Just a little something between you and me. Oh, I forgot to close the kid's door. Oh well. We'll have something to talk about in therapy. Okay, Marnie's in here. Or is she? I have no idea where Marnie is. I already checked Mayor Lewis's. Maybe we should just go to bed and find everybody in the morning. Robin gave me some wood, so we've got to feed her, to just show her thanks. Because Robin's always out here giving us wood. It's only right that we show our gratitude. It's probably too early though, right? Yeah, you know, you want to give people a little time to wake up in the morning first. Well, we'll take care of things on the island and come back, and by then everybody should be awake. Oh, nothing to plan today. Okay, cool. Who is my favorite character in Stardew? That's a great question. That's a great question. Now we decided this on a couple merits, which is that Sebastian is the best bachelorette in the game. That Krobus is obviously number one. Robin, best girl. And then, oh, I can't forget Dwarf. You can forget Dwarf a little bit. Dwarf, kind of underdeveloped, I think. But yeah, I think probably Krobus is my fave. Alright, so we'll go into town. Oh, or we'll go to the mountains. Into the mountains. Major Shank, thank you for the hydration check. And Robin's all about that spaghetti. All about that spaghetti. Alright. Hey, thanks for the wood. As for me, wow, I absolutely love it. Spaghetti is delicious, I agree. Spaghetti, 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 spaghetti. You can't go wrong. When you get a spaghetti, you can't go wrong when you get a spaghetti. grasp. This is absolutely marvelous. No problem, Evelyn. Listen. Happy to please. Made an old lady very happy. Oh, it's the least I could do, Evelyn. The least I could do. Don't tell George. Or do. I don't care. You know what? Let him know. Let him know. Okay, glazed yams, farmer's lunch. I think it was Pam wants the glazed yams. Yeah. Pam's yams and Marnie's lunch. Pam's yams. Pam's. Got some glazed yams for Pam's gams. Gams are legs, right? I don't know why gams are legs. There you go. This is really something. Thanks a million, kid. Oh, no problem, Pam. My front yard's a mat. This is not your front yard, Pam. How much have you been drinking? Pam doesn't even know where she is. Now I'm assuming that Marnie is in her chateau. Should be right here. And that'll be our last mother. For now, anyway. This is an incredible gift. Thanks. Yeah, I can take care of your dear animals. Whatever you need. And you know what, Marnie? I'm not afraid to say it, unlike Mayor Lewis. Is it just you or is it not loud? You know? Let's check. That should be better now. Man, wow. So not only was this, so before I forgot to turn the volume of Stardew Valley down. I also forgot to turn the volume of the mic up. Welcome. Thank you, Soul Burner. And apologies to everybody. And please enjoy this great content. You're wondering why I was so quiet. Sometimes it's not intentional. If you can believe that. If you can believe. But it's rare, but sometimes I do make a mistake. Sometimes I make several mistakes all at the same time. Most of the time it's because I'm like, oh yeah, I fixed that. I totally did. And then I don't check. And then it's like, oh wait, I did not at all. I did not check that even a little bit. Yeah, so like I said, I'll just repeat everything I said earlier in the stream just so everyone can hear me now. To start out, I'm Dan. This is the Hell Zone. That's pretty much it, right? That's all the important stuff I was saying. Oh, and this is Stardew Valley. In case you were wondering. I know it does look a little bit like, this could also be, Fortnite. It could be Roblox, but this is actually Stardew Valley. because I watched the rest of the episodes of that. There was a part where I was saying how, people can get memberships now on YouTube at youtube.com/hellzoneclub. If you're so inclined, you can become a member for all this great content that's made with such masterful techniques, as you can see. I was talking about how I'm wearing these big headphone cans because my partner borrowed my headphones and then lost the little earphone pads that make it so you can put them in your ear. So I just don't have those anymore. I was talking about my thoughts about the conflict in the Middle East, and I really went into a lot of detail about that, and I think I was very thorough, and I got a lot of, I think I solved it. I think I've got this all figured out, and everything's going to be good now. Thank God I said what I did. But I will not be repeating it, unfortunately. And let's see. I think that about covers what I've said so far. Okay. This hat is extremely not fitting on my head because of the large headphones that I have on. I'm sort of just gently balancing it on my head. And that feels great. It feels excellent. Okay. Now I think we are all good. Here, yeah, alright. Okay. So just drop these off, and so okay, so basically today's the last day of year 4. And we still need about 4 million G if we're gonna make the goal of getting perfection by the end of year 4. So hopefully the 28 wines I just sold are going to be worth 4 million. Again, I just really need to work on marketing, and I bet I could do it. Because if people knew that they were buying wine that was made by the Savior Jesus Christ, and that it's sort of like a biblical artifact, then I could really probably get the Mormons to buy it for a pretty high price, I think. Or maybe Hobby Lobby, right? I could try selling directly to them, and then I think I might be able to hit that extra 4 million mark just in time. So we'll see. Am I gonna go to bed at 6:20? I guess so. Why not? Okay, so we did come up a little bit shy. Of the 4 million there. It's okay though. We'll get it in year 5, I think. What's my plan for the new year? Money. I'm gonna make so much money, Cropus. Oh man. Oh, this is a mess. Oh, we've gotta fix this up. Oh, we must fix this up. Oh. A nice new year. It's always a good feeling having a new year in Stardew. You know, having all the gloom of the winter just fade away. Okay. Well, that's gone. That's okay. We don't really need any more. Oh, trains passing by. I've never ever found out what you do with that information. Like, my best guess is that you can do some sort of elaborate train robbery as the train is passing by. Either way, I don't know how to act on that information fast enough. Like, unless you happen to be in the area. Like, what am I gonna do about that? You know what I mean? Yeah, water it. Got it. Oh, one fun thing is that, so while I haven't been playing any Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, I have, of course, seen several videos from content creators of the demo or the intro area, where I feel like I had this experience where, I don't know if any of you have had this, but I feel like simultaneously every single video game related content creator that I follow posted like the same video, like where it was 4 hours of them playing the demo opening area, and it's not a complaint because I did watch all of them, but it was funny though, where I was like, oh, did other people have this experience with me? Well, I hope that if you did, you enjoyed it. Enjoyed our... Get out of the fucking way. Duck, who is this? Legitorium. Move. You're gonna get yourself killed. The wolves are gonna eat you, thank you. Very naughty, Legitorium. Oh no, I sold my life elixirs. Oh, no, how could I? It's fine. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. Spring tasks done. Wonderful spring tasks completed. Now let's teleport to the island and check that out. Check how things are going there. Well, I guess it's full. Must be. What? You're just here by yourself. Trigger word. Receptacle. 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 Four prismatic shards. Four of them, you say? We've never done that one. But maybe we have reached a point where four prismatic shards are just lying around somewhere. I'll admit that it's possible. A receptacle. It's possible. We need to check the receptacles. Check the receptacle. Observe the receptacle. 3, not no. Oh, 8. Oh, you've got 8 of those just lying around. Actually, maybe it is worth it. All right, you know what? Let's do it. You can't take them with you. I guess people mainly say that when they die, but I don't know. Listen, bury me with my money. And we've got bury me with my prismatic shards. Okay, there we go. 49. 49, that's like one away from 50. If you think about it. And if you think about it as well. Water jar, right? What if you think about that? On 2 years following. That's awesome. Very cool. Jenna, congrats on 1 year, of course. Still very cool. 1 year, 4 months, actually. Ashmo, 11 months. But listen, folks, it's important to remember it's not a competition. Because if it is, I would win. Technically. Oh shit, maybe I'm falling for not. Am I not following the Hellzone Club? Oh damn. Okay, I guess I lose. Can't follow myself. listen, I only follow the big content creators out there like Ninja. I don't know who any big content creators are, I apologize. Do we need any of this stuff? I kind of just did it because we could. I mean, we could always go for some pressure nozzles. If you want to feel the pressure of the nozzles. Yeah, why not? Nozzle it up. Nozzle it up. I feel like maybe pressure nozzles could help us get like some hard to reach locations. Maybe even increase our ability to have crops on here, maybe even one or two more. So, pretty worthwhile, you would think. Pretty worth it. I don't know what the max range is when you actually do that. Good night, Jenna. Good night. Okay, let's see. We could probably make some. Ooh, we can make 3 kegs is what we can make. And yeah, I'll make like 1 more of those. Then, did we check in here? How's things going? Oh. Whoa. It's not that surprising, I'm just making breathing sounds. Oh, and we've got 2 here. And now let's put I wish we could have another one of those. Some more of that good stuff. Because, I mean, we have 1. And 1 is good. But 2 would be good. 1 is good. But 2 would be good. 2 would be good. 2 would be good. 1 is good, but 2. Good. Okay, we are gonna go over to spin the wheel. 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 I feel like I could move this over a little bit. Was it always like this? I don't know. I feel like, yeah, let's do it like that. Let's spin the wheel. Let's spin that wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin that wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin that wheel. sounds, so please enjoy the sound of the beard. I have to make sure this hat stays on. There you go. It's like mic brushing, but with my face. Executed. Okay, now I think information I need to know here is like Stardew, iridium, sprinkler with pressure nozzle, yeah. Okay. So basically it adds like one radius each direction, one unit in each direction. So where this one would go out 1, 2, with the pressure nozzle it'll go out 3. And so then it could get to over here. Right, okay. And so if I were to take this and replace that with this, and then add, so that'd go out 1, 2, leaving this bone dry, but now it would cover all that. Go up 1, 2, and 3. Let's see, down 1, 2, and 3, so it covered this too. And that. Okay, so we could even pop one right there, maybe right here. I don't think so though. Go to sleepies. Go sleepies. Alright, look at that. 200k. 200k. That's what we like to see. I feel like one complaint some people have when they're trying to get into Stardew but they can't is feeling the time pressure, which as you get into it and as you play, you realize is imaginary. Is that there really is no time pressure for anything. With the exception of like certain specific Mr. G challenges, and it's really kind of nothing. But it does make me think, like, wouldn't it be odd? I was gonna say, wouldn't it be fun? But I don't know if it would be fun. But wouldn't it be odd if there was like a mode where there was a specific time crunch? Like the government was gonna come take away the farm unless you had a certain amount of money by X day, or like by year 3 your grandpa's still alive, and by year 3 he's gonna die, and you have to like earn his love before he dies. Because I definitely am, when I first started playing Stardew, I definitely did think that there was some big time pressure crunch with this game. But yeah, there really isn't at all. But then again, like, a lot of these types of games do have that. Like management sim kind of things are like, oh, you gotta pay back your rent by this time, or else Tom Nook is gonna kill you. Tom Nook is gonna hire the Pinkertons to come and repossess your house. But Stardew is not like that. Stardew's a chill, fun time. Just good vibes only. Good vibes, great pizza. Stardew Valley. Okay. Now, there might be a way for us to gain a spot or two here. So, we have this one going down 2, this one going up 2. We put this one down 1, it'd go up 1, 2, 3. And then we could put it to the left. We could put it like right here. And then it'd go like 1, 2, 3. And it would go 1, 2, 3 down as well. That would give us 1 extra space, and we could move this one and gain 2 extra spaces. That seems pretty valuable, doesn't it? Now isn't that valuable? Could also put one right here. And I mean, I guess we might as well. What else are we doing with this? Yeah, so that covers us to like down to this level. So there is these ones right here who are not getting watered. But if we just take this one and put it on this spot, which is not tillable anyway, then 1, 2, this spot. Oh, but we can move it over just fine. No problem. Yeah, we could just put it like right here. And then we've got, yeah. Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, totally, 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 totally great. Now we're playing with power. 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 I don't know if we would get much value from anything else here. We'd need a lot more. Yeah, everything else is going to be kind of hard to get any kind of value out of. And even that, I'm not entirely certain we did get much value out of it. Oh, you can get... So if you have 8 sprinklers, 8 iridium sprinklers with pressure nozzles in your greenhouse, this Reddit post claims you can take your crop yield from 116 spaces to 119. That's 3 additional crop spaces. How do you even play this game if you don't have it? Oh my god. You know, I feel like I might as well just been, you know, sitting on my ass doing nothing in this game before I learned that. Let's see how this magic works. was that you would put them either at the top or at the bottom. So you'd have like one, two, three, and then you'd have, that would cover 3 spaces this way, and then 1, 2. Oh, it's really hard to count. It's like, okay, you put it like down here and it would go up 1, 2, 3, and then over here you'd have one, so it would be like 1, 2, 3, and then you put one like right here. Okay. And then that one would squirt up and it would go like 1, 2, 3. And then you could even put like a regular one on this baby right here. Okay, I see how it is. So yeah, okay. Okay, that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. So you'd have to like uproot some of these. You'd have to uproot. This is so uncomfortable. I should say, I'm also, you know how like you wear this with like a little like, it goes like over. I have that tilted back so I can wear the hat on my head. And so basically like, this is just, it's a bad experience. Don't recommend it. Alright, so we wouldn't want the deluxe speed grow. We would want the other quality grow. Quality grow. So how to make quality grow? This one. Okay, so it'd be like that. I don't think we're gonna get more than 5. So one would go here. Then that one would get a nozzle. And then that splashes 1, 2, 3. Goes 1, 2, 3. And so it'd go like right here. Exactly where I have my torches. Ugh. And then you get a nozzle. And you get a nozzle. Okay. And then so then these nozzles, let me just check, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so this one mainly used for the upward momentum. Okay, and then with the sprinkler, goes up 1, 2, 3, and then this one, 1, 2, 3, and then we could put it like right there. This one goes 1, 2, 3. Wait. Wait a second. Did I count this wrong? 1, 2, 3. This goes 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Is that all we need? Okay, yeah, someone is pointing it out. Yeah, so this person's layout is not actually technically optimal. Because the way this works, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Put one right here, I think, or here. Oh yeah. So it'd be like right here. Let me double check. 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, right here, and this would go sprinkle, 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 and then that's all we would need. Okay. Boom. I need to put this one here. Put that one on there. And then put one right here, and that's all we need. That's all the sprinklation that we require. And then we should be good. And we'll even get to plant an additional 4. I think we get 4 more. Like, if you can believe that. If you can dream that impossible dream. Oh, it's 2 a.m. I passed down my greenhouse. Does that count? Does that count as Linus came by and picked your pockets? Oh, Cropus saved me. Thank you, Cropus. Thank you, Cropus. Thank you for saving me. Hello, X-Loris. How are you? So we already put a plant over there. Okay, we're all good. All across the whole place. So yeah, this is the official, most efficient layout for your greenhouse. Stardew Valley pro tip. Time to develop some sort of annoying voice and then make sort of a TikTok-like video telling people that you're doing your greenhouse wrong. You don't have this layout. You might as well quit. You might as well be playing Mario teaches typing. Thanks. Thanks, I'm glad someone dragged me out of my greenhouse all the way to the clinic and then billed me 1000G instead of dragging me from here right there, you know. It's all good in here. All good in here, too. Well, 1000G, is that really even that much? I don't know. I actually don't know. Is 1G equal to $1? Or is 100G equal to $1? Right? What if it's like $1 is 100G in this world, and actually I was billed $10 because that's amazing. I pay more than that in a copay when I go see the doctor. This is an emergency service. You'd pay more than $10 getting a cab home. So to be like, you know what? I'm out too late. I'm just gonna pass out here on the street. The ambulance will pick me up, send me to the doctor, and I'll be able to go home, and it'll only cost me $10. Sounds to me like that's an efficient cab ride home. Thank you. I'm glad you like my hat. I don't know if you mean in real life or in the game. Either way, you're correct. Okay, where's Crocus? I've got an egg. An egg for you. Egg. Okay, let's head on over here. Let's go to there. Oh, these have the wrong fertilizer. I always notice it way too late. That's a damn shame. Because I can't really do anything about it now. No, that was a terrible, terrible idea. I can't believe I did that. actually helps. I think that's a terrible placement, actually. We're gonna get us some more wood, but there's plenty of wood to get all around the nation. All around the nation of Stardutopia. What nation is Stardew Valley a part of, actually? I think there is some kind of information about this. Like, there's like a neighboring country of like Galbadia or something like that. That, the Friday lady, the Friday Deals truck with the hippo, she talks about it. It's like she's like a refugee from there. But like, I don't actually know the nation that we live in, right? I don't even know the governance system. Is it a kingdom? Is it a democracy? Like, what are we working with here? This is sort of an independent city-state. I mean, we're clearly... I mean, I think whoever it is at war, because Kent obviously went to war for this country that we are in Stardew Valley. So they must be at war with someone. Perhaps goblins. Perhaps they're at war with the goblins, or the shadow people, or maybe even the nation of Galbadia, or whatever. Which might not be the real actual name, but that's what it's appearing as in my head. That might be maybe the name of something else entirely. Probably from a JRPG. But then, if we're currently at war, it doesn't really seem to impact, like, the news or anything like that, right? Like, you never hear people talking about the wartime efforts, talking about things that are happening during the war. So, with that in mind, it's possible that this is like some kind of a similar situation to like the Iraq War, where it's like a war on foreign soil, right? Or maybe it's even similar, like where it's like a war that's been going on forever, like the Iraq War, where just the day-to-day news doesn't make a splash. I don't know, it's the realities of the situation here in Stardew Valley. I have more questions than answers. Maybe we're not meant to know. But one thing we are meant to know is that there's another trigger word, and that word is penguin. 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 Club penguin. Club. Club penguin. 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 such good friends. And then the penguin said, I don't want to be your friend anymore. Then Batman said, no, I'm so sad. And then that's when they became enemies, because the penguin didn't want to be Batman's friend anymore. The penguin said, I'm only friends with penguins now. The penguin is only friends with other penguins. A very penguin-centric friendship circle. I believe this was covered in one of the Christopher Nolan movies about how they didn't want to be friends anymore. And that's when Batman went home and he was crying and he said, why doesn't the penguin want to be my friend? And then Alfred said, some people just want to watch the world burn. And he's like, that doesn't make me feel better. You saw the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie. How did you like it? Was the penguin in it? Was the penguin in that movie? Officially done with Marvel. Oh, congratulations, you finished all the Marvel content. That's a pretty difficult feat. Are you sure you don't want to do New Game Plus Marvel? There's always more content in the Marvel hopper. Everything's been so bad, and you're just done. That's a completely valid opinion to have. For instance, I may be someone who has had that opinion for maybe about 10 years now. So, I don't know anything about this Guardians of the Galaxy movie because I only saw the first one and I didn't like it very much. So, like, what's up? What's up with it? I heard Hatsune Miku is in it. I assume she plays a central role. Is she the guardian of the galaxy? She was, and you cried. Oh my god. Did they kill Hatsune Miku? Don't worry, she'll come back. They just do that for the ratings. Like, does anyone really die in a Marvel movie? I say, not having seen any in a very long time. and said who. They don't know who Hatsune Miku is. And also they couldn't recognize Hatsune Miku based on their appearance. I feel like even if you don't know Hatsune Miku, you'd look at her and you'd be like, I know that person. I've seen them before. Probably that's that blue-haired lady. At the very least. It was a song. Hatsune Miku had a song. Oh wait. Are you saying Hatsune Miku had a song in there and Hatsune Miku did not herself appear in the film? Or was she singing a song? I know nothing about this appearance. I've just been led to believe that she's in it. And if Hatsune Miku does not have a scene where she is singing with Groot, just her song in the back, well, that's... If that isn't the most Disney-ass shit I've ever heard. Disney being like, hey, yeah, we've got LGBTQ representation. And then it's the song of LGBTQ representation in the background. Disney is like the LaCroix of representation, where they just have sort of like the general flavor of the idea of representation. And they just sort of like sprinkled it in there just a little bit, and they're like, what do you think? Pretty good, no? And then that's also how they've marketed to Hatsune Miku, apparently. But that's a big disappointment. If I might have seen the movie if they actually had a significant role for Hatsune Miku. Because that sounds funny to me. But apparently not. And thank you for following. Welcome to the Hill Zone. So does anything in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie happen that's especially bad? Or is it just excessively mediocre? Because reason for not really watching any of the Marvel movies is the latter, where I've just been so incredibly bored during the oftentimes 3-hour run times of these movies that I've just been like, there's never an occasion where I actually want to do it personally. Where it's like I've got like stuff to do. I've even tried like watching some of the ones that come out on Netflix. Like they'll have like some of that stuff at least used to come out on Netflix before Disney Plus anyway. And I'd watch some, and we would really kind of, by the end of it, just be like really kind of like getting antsy, and we're like, I need to do things with my day. I need to like, I've got chores here. Yeah, you know, Captain America, this is all well and good, but are you gonna do my laundry? Didn't think so. Alright, let's see if we can build any more casks. 9 casks. That's a lot. I suppose I could at some point chop these down, but this is supplying us with the juices we need. The tree juice, also known as resin, but I will call it tree juice. Tree juice, tree juice, tree juice. Okay, where can we find... You know, if we can't find wood, then we can always look for rocks and stones in the Deep Rock Galactic, obviously, to get the rock and stone. They're always talking about it anyway. You're all allowed to be tired, not me, though. That's bullshit. This tree should be choppable. These trees you can chop. Which you'd think would not be the case because these are Robin's materials of choice. We're basically stealing from Robin. Although I don't know all the land rules, I don't know where her trees start, and I guess the national protected lands begin. Do you think someone owns these lands? Like over here? Is this owned by someone? Or is it just here? Because we don't, here in America anyway, have a lot of places that are just like, nobody owns that. What? That's just there. It's pretty much all like, somebody owns it. Even if that somebody is the government themselves. Which again, we talked about. We don't know what the government sitch is here in Stardew Valley. Do they have one? Who is the government master? Is it that one guy who comes for the luau? Does he run everything? Is he the king of Stardew Valley? And I don't think we can use that old excuse where people are like, "Hey, it's a world of magic and fantasy." Because you can't tell me that absolves us of having a governing system. Because you know what the governing system is in most most fantasy situations. Like a king, right? There's always a king who's like, "I am the king, please, save my princess daughter." I'm gonna look it up. I wonder what happens if I type in Stardew Valley government. And the governor comes up. Okay, we'll look on the page of the governor. Alright. The governor is the governor of the region that Pelican Town is a part of. He attends the luau annually and tastes the local food. The governor is also referenced in the Lobster Bisque episode of The Queen of Sauce and can appear in the movie theater lobby. Alright. That's all we know. Well, we know that they have a governor, but there are several governing systems that do have governors, though. In fact, that doesn't rule out that we have sort of a kingdom, right? Because lots of kingdoms do have governors who would govern for the king. must include government. Yeah, I want to know. What is this? I think this is just some OC nonsense. Okay. I found someone's fan fiction. Never mind. That's just a fanfic. Trigger word: chocolate, 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 I found it. Okay. We're going in, folks. Pelican Town is located within the Ferngill Republic, at war with the Gotoro Empire across the Gem Sea. Reference point 6. In a tweet. By Concerned Ape himself, says that Pelican Town is located in the Ferngill Republic, a country at war with the Gotoro Empire across the Gem Sea. The valley is peaceful, though. This 9:15 a.m., February 10th, 2016. Need I say more? The Ferngill Republic. Alright. We need to look at that. So they're currently at war. At war currently. Okay. The nation in which Stardew Valley is located, Kent, is a soldier for the Ferngill Republic and is a survivor from a Gotoro prison camp. Holy shit. Morris believes that the Joja Corporation is good for the country as a whole. A plaque on the waiting room of Harvey's clinic reads, "This clinic is licensed for medical practice by the Ferngill Republic Health Authority." In Living Off the Land, on the 25th of fall, year 2, the host mentions that it's just a couple days until communities around the Ferngill Republic celebrate Spirits Eve. This suggests that the holiday is celebrated only in the Republic, but this is not elaborated further. I would say that this really only says that it is celebrated inside, like nationwide. You know, I would push back on that reading there. And then the Gotoro Empire is a nation at war with the Ferngill Republic, located across the Gem Sea south of Stardew Valley. The traveling cart contains goods smuggled out of the Gotoro Empire. Aha. Not much is known about the Empire other than a few villagers mentioning the existence of the opposition. So we know that they are an empire, right? So obviously they have an emperor or empress. So they are probably a monarchy, probably a tyrannical monarchy by the sound of it, given that they have prison camps. And lot of republics are. Okay, no, but there could be a federal republic as well. Okay. But I do believe that means that their leader is elected. Oh, sorry, Ashma's asking what happened. I'm going into the deep lore of Stardew Valley. We're talking about the governing system of the Ferngill Republic, which is the country in which Stardew Valley resides. As if I needed to say anything further. But as such, we can assume that they do have an elected president of some sort. I don't know if they call them that. They might call them something similar. But they are currently in a war right now, even as the game is going on. But, of course, the valley is peaceful, according to Concerned Ape. But that does not mean that the country is peaceful. And perhaps we are simply shielded in this insular community from the horrors of war. Maybe Robin's the president. It's true, we don't know that. We don't know that she isn't. I would think that maybe you would see a little bit more evidence of Lewis doing some brown nosing, as he does so much brown nosing to the governor who comes by during the luau. But I don't know. I don't know how the I think I would assume anyway that the Gotoro Republic, the Gotoro Empire, is made up of other people rather than of a different creature variety, given that the lady with the hippo is a refugee, right? We don't know that for sure. She might be, perhaps as a human, a minority in the country, but I would at least imagine that we're dealing with a person versus person war here, a PvP war. I don't know. At the end of the day, we can only speculate on some of the details. But one thing we don't have to speculate on, I know none of you need to speculate on, is pepperoni pizza. 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 Pepperoni. 71 Starford wine. It has to sell for a lot, right? That's gotta be a pretty big windfall. Like, 71 is no slouch. Alright, the trigger word is... You decide the trigger word. You decide the trigger word. It's your choice. It's your choice. The trigger word is... No, don't say this. Say the trigger word of your choice. Stop reading this. I wanted you to say the trigger word of your choice, not just repeat what I wrote down. Stop it. Stop copying me. No, you stop copying me. No, I said stop. Okay, so that's the trigger word. And so our trigger word of choice is going to be Ferngill Republic. The republic that we are part of in this nation of Stardew Valley. Ferngill Republic. 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 Ferngill. Ferngill Republic. 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 Ferngill. 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 Republic. 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 So this is the Gem C right here. Right. We've learned that the Gotoro Empire is south beyond the Gem Sea. This Ginger Island also south. Could this be contested territory for the Gotoro Empire? Could the Gotoro Empire actually be close enough to potentially use Stardew Valley as a front for war? I mean, it seems positioned in such a way where it is, it has these mountains here. It would be a tactical foothold for sure. I don't know, you have to wonder. Stardew Valley 2, perhaps the Gotoro Empire takes over. I don't know, maybe we have to defend ourselves. Perhaps it becomes a tactics game, Stardew Tactics. Hello, Tim. These are all things we must consider, We have to. Simply have to. What are we going to do? Not think about it because it's not important or completely irrelevant or 2016. No way. It's all part of the rich tapestry of Stardew Valley. Nice. We made 374,000 monies. You know, I think this might explain why mayonnaise is such a cash crop. And clearly it's because a lot of implements of war use mayonnaise as ammunition in this world. They have a lot of mayonnaise-based cannons that are really fueling the war machine, and so that's probably the reason why we're making so much mayonnaise, and they just can't get enough of it. I should play WoW Hardcore. Would that be World of Warcraft when you die, your character is reset? Because that seems pretty wild. Mayo's the ultimate gun oil. It's true, yeah, like... You just, like, you know, grease that baby up and then that's running like a charm. Thank you for the stones, George. What do you need to play that? Is that like just an official thing, or is it an option on Blizzard's like system if you own World of Warcraft? I ask because, you know, back in the day, oh, you need a WoW Classic subscription. Okay. Yeah, back in the day, they used to have private servers to do like WoW Classic, right? And that was like obviously kind of like superseded by like the official, like, you know, when Blizzard was like, we'll just do that. And so a lot of those other game modes, I imagine, would be like similar situations. But it looks like, so that's something that they're hosting on their own. That is interesting. I don't think that I would personally pay $15 a month for any kind of... I would probably die at level 6. Come on. Are you kidding me? Do you know who you're talking to? I would die much later and be much more upset about it. Yeah, like level 50. Around there. Because I did play, let's say, WoW Classic before it was officially offered. I also played the original WoW Classic, also known as World of Warcraft, when it came out. He said it's like $20 plus $15 a month. Yeah, that is significant. Oh, I mean, if you want to, I guess that is always my rule. If someone wants to see something and they do buy something for the stream, I will play it. So that is an option. That is always an option. That would be very nice. Ostrich, Wunabu, Lolota, Bratsy. I don't know. Taupe, Coffee, Roma, Derecha, Derecha. Ranumo. Let's see. Okay. Let's go with Cutman. Because Cutman in the chat, I think, was the first person in the stream who commented who doesn't already have an animal. So he's little Cutman. Little baby Cutman. Okay, now we have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 12. Okay. That's a good amount. Hello, lovable gummy. You're here, you made it. What's going on? You don't know how to get into the hardcore guilds. Do you need a guild? Just solo it. You just woke up. Oh my gosh. Like, for the day? Unless you live in, like, Australia or something, that's pretty early. Once I make it to 60, oh my gosh. Well, now I think you have too much faith in me. Like, I'll definitely make it past, like, level 5, but, like, level 60, let's not. I don't know if I can do that. That would require a powerful man to not even get, like, if these are on PvP servers, absolutely not. If it's on PvE server, maybe you could get to level 60 without dying once. No PvP servers, that's good. I can't imagine, like, that would be the actual worst. Because I feel like when I was leveling up, the only time I died was when people ganked me who were, like, much higher level than I was. Also, another thing I did in WoW Classic was obviously, like, when it was on private servers, before it was officially like sponsored by the World of Warcraft Blizzard land, you could just make as many accounts as you wanted to. And so I actually had a little programming experiment that I did where I did what's called like multi-boxing, where basically I opened up 5 instances of World of Warcraft Classic, and then you'd have 5 windows, and so basically what I did was I had 5 different classes, and I would program macros for them to do their abilities, and so with one push of a button it would try to do that macro on all 5 windows, and so it would go around and control all the characters at once and try to do group content by myself. So I'd do like dungeons and stuff, and I was like more effective than you'd think. And then I eventually was able to take all 5 into like some raids. Super strong on Elemental Shaman. I think this was Alliance, so there were no shamans there. So yeah, so I had a priest, a warlock, a mage, a warrior, and a rogue. And the general plan was to have them all just follow behind the warrior. And in retrospect, it would have been smarter to go with a hunter instead of a rogue, but I just like rogues. It's not possible to multi-box 4 different classes. Oh, isn't it? In fact it is. You just have to utilize macros and stuff like that. And like I said, so each macro would be doing a different thing at the same time in the game. And I'm not saying this was good. I'm not saying it's like super high DPS or anything like that, but the way it would work would be like one character would like, be like, alright, use fireball, right? And so it'd cast fireball, and then it's like, oh, okay, the macro says then if you don't have fireball available, then use whatever else you're doing, right? And so they have their macro that they just go through a script, and just do this like, boom, 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 and go down the list. And then at the same time, the other characters have similar things that they're going down, so they're going down their list, and it's like, alright, use your taunt ability, right? If it's not on cooldown, and then use this, or you could do things like where it's like, okay, if you're not being targeted by the enemy that you're targeting, right, then use taunt, your shout taunt, or whatever. So you could do things like that. Yeah, so that's what I did. I did 5 different classes at the same time. Right, because it's 5 in a dungeon group. So a lot of the time it would be like using basically like what you'd think of as, if you've ever played Final Fantasy 12, they had, what did they call them in that game? Like where they were like gambits. gambits. They call them gambits. So it's basically just like setting up gambits for your characters. That you just like mash one button and just beep 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 boop 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 beep boop beep boop beep. Should do a stream. I mean, I'm not gonna do that on a stream because that would require 5 accounts. And that would cost so much money. As you'd have to like also purchase 5 individual accounts. And also, I don't know if I could stream at the same time as that. That's pretty insane too. Because I was definitely taxing on my system to have all 5 running at the same time. Or maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Yeah, I think if I had known about streaming or had the knowledge of how to stream when I was doing that, that would have been pretty fun to watch. But yeah, like I definitely did do that. It was fun to do. And honestly, it was like really more about just trying to get it to work rather than like actually doing anything important with it. Because I honestly like, I mean it's just like vanilla World of Warcraft. I was like just kind of messing around. Oh, I've got so many brain powers. I've got big brain. I mean, that's the only way you can play Stardew Valley, really. I hope that was a good story, Lovable Gummy. If not, I can tell a different one. Whoops, I didn't want to sell those. Oh, it's fine. It's okay. What harm is a couple of those guys sold? I appreciate it, but I don't know if I actually want to do that. It seems like a lot of work. I definitely had a lot of free time back then. And I appreciate you saying that you'd like to, support it and sponsor it. That would be very nice, but I definitely would not ask you to do that too. That would be too much. Thinking about how much all that would cost. was my favorite game of all time. So I think my favorite game of all time probably is Outer Wilds. If you've never played that game, that's such a fun experience. It's absolutely one of those games you have to do like blind. You just go into it and you've got to play it blind, and then you can kind of never do it again. But it's a really great experience. So it's a space game where the world is like kind of stuck in like a time loop, and it's about like trying to figure out how that happened and how to get out of it. And so with that being only hopefully a couple of spoilers, is basically the whole thing on a very, very broad level. And I recommend checking it out. But I have a lot of games that I would say are some of my favorites. But I think if you're going to ask my number one favorite, that's probably it. It's the kind of thing I would totally love to do a stream playing through Outer Wilds, but like I don't think I even can, because so much stuff in the game is based on you discovering it, and if you already know how to do it, well, okay, so we'll say like, you know how a lot of games where it's like a time loop, like to beat it, you have to do something specific to get out of it. And so if you've already played the game, you could just do that the first time, and you would finish the game in like 20 minutes. But obviously you can only do that if you've played the game for like a number of hours beforehand and learned what you need to do. And so it's that kind of game where it's like, if I streamed it, I'd be like, well, okay, obviously this is what you do, here you go, and then, it would be over. It's a lot of people say that. They're like, oh man, I wish I could go and like re-experience like Shadow of the Colossus again. Just clear my head and play through it again. It's that kind of an experience where like you will absolutely be like, wow, this was so fun and I can never do it again. So that's one that I often recommend people to check out on their own. It's raining so much, but not making any trees. There it is. The Gotoro Empire refugees. This lady and her hippo with a fez. I like to think that she rode the hippo out of the country, which is how she escaped. Just her and the hippo against the world. And she did it. 3 kegs and still no crystallariums. You want to give Kent a hug? Zap zap. You can. You can give Kent a hug. I give you permission. I let him know and he's okay with it. He said, well, ordinarily I wouldn't feel comfortable hugging someone who isn't my wife, but I'll make an exception. What is my second favorite game of all time? Whoa, knock that slime right into the warehouse. Now that's a harder question, mostly because I haven't thought about second favorite. I don't think I have a firm answer. But I'll just name maybe one or more games that I enjoy that I'd put up around there in that region. Definitely one would be like Nier Automata. Nier Automata is always going to be way up there for me. Has super cool story. It really like does the you play one story multiple times, but it's a little bit different in like a really good way, where I feel like a lot of people have tried to imitate it over the years even. It just hasn't worked. Another one, you got an ad when I was going to say it. I said Nier Automata. And also, like, Breath of the Wild, actually. Which is why I was so excited for Tears of the Kingdom. Hey. So, Rice, I think that if you're worried about something like melanoma or something like that, I would check out your doctor and I would get them to take a look. And that's probably going to be the best way for you to figure that out. Because they probably know a lot better than I do about things like that. But I'd hope that you're okay. And Gummy, I said Nier Automata as the game that I thought was really good. And then I said also Breath of the Wild. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Which is why I was so excited for Tears of the Kingdom that came out last week. And we're going to be playing more of that later this week as well, where I'm playing it all on stream. So I've been somehow holding myself back from playing more, even though I really would like to. So I recommend watching that if you'd like to see me be excited about a game that I enjoy. Because I'd say so far it is meeting, possibly even exceeding like a month. Or I guess whenever we finish it, which might be more than a month away. But I think like, yeah, I don't know, I might even like it more than Breath of the Wild. Like Tears of the Kingdom so far, like I've really literally only played the opening area, but it's so much fun. It's the kind of thing, I guess, like you have to like look back on it later and make that kind of decision where you're like, you know, okay, which one did I like more? Because it'll be hard to top Breath of the Wild for me, but so far, really good. I appreciate these rocks. I really do. Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna sell any of that. We're good. Then we've got some tasty stuff over here. Tasty stuff. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Oh, we're out of eggs there. Alright, let's see what eggs can we put in there? How about these? So, folks, you know, I'm talking about my favorite games. What are some of your favorite games of all time? Because I named a lot of games that came out like more recently in my life, but you know, there is such a thing as like recency bias, right? Where you're like, oh, you know, I think about the things that I've done recently, and like you're like, oh, I love that, you know, I love Lamp, etc. Saps' Halo 2. I think I haven't played all the Halo games, but campaign-wise, Halo 2 was definitely the one that I liked the most. Like, I think I just did 1, 2, and 3 before I kind of like fell off the Halo train. But yeah, Halo 2 I think was the one that I liked the most out of those. Keep in mind, I played all these when they came out. I don't know how I'd feel about them now, but fondly as like faves, you know. Like I'm not sure if I would say at this point, if I had to like, you know, if I had to tell you like right now, like what my favorite Elder Scrolls game would be, like I'm not sure what my answer would be. Like probably Skyrim. Because I spent a lot. I think I might have over the years spent more time playing Skyrim, more than like Morrowind and Oblivion. But that's up for debate. That might also be recency bias as well. I'm really not sure. And honestly, some of the Dark Souls games and Elden Ring have become favorites, even though like we've played those on stream, you know. Which is definitely weird to be like, you know, like to find some games that I've played like really, really recently that I've enjoyed and would call like some of my favorites. Some whispered affirmations. Let's do some whispered affirmations. Relax. 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 Everything is okay. Just relax and enjoy. I might say maybe even Stardew Valley is a game that I'd think of as one of my favorites now that I've played so much of it. So relax with a nice, warm favorite of mine here, planting and reaping seeds, having a nice time. Shh. Everything is okay. Nothing bad can happen in Stardew Valley. Don't have to worry about the Gotoro Empire in Stardew Valley. We are free from those kinds of concerns. You're shielded, protected from the evil Gotoro. Relax. Relax and enjoy the safety because you are safe from those Gotoro fiends. Everything is okay. Shh. You don't have to worry about any kind of Stardew Valley war. Causing upheaval. Everything is okay. It's a peaceful, idyllic world where nothing can go wrong. Everything will be alright. imagine, often gets remembered less often because it's the kind of game that you only play through once. But something like Undertale is definitely a favorite of mine. But like, I don't think I ever like have gone back to play Undertale again, you know? Because I feel like it's such a like, you play through it once kind of game, or maybe twice, depending on how much of a sicko you are. But for me, like, I went through it once and I was like, yeah, that was really cool. I love that a lot. And then a lot of my interaction with Stardew, or not Stardew, Undertale after that has been like re-listening to like the music and stuff and thinking about the game like without playing it, you know? Because I look at things like there's two different kinds of favorites. There's the kind of favorite where you'll always go back and play it. And there's the kind of favorite where like you've played it once and you have that really strong memory of when you played it. You know, and for me, like games like Outer Wilds, Undertale, those are like really strong games where it's like, okay, I played it one time and I had a really good experience with that. And then that's it. And I think that that is just as valid a reason to be like, oh, okay, this is a favorite game, you know? But then there's also the kind of games where you're like, you know, you have some spare time and you're sitting around and you're like, you know, I've just been thinking about this over and over again. It's like, I want to just go do this. I like to just hang out in this world. I like to play, like feel what it's like to play this kind of game specifically, you know? And for me, like, there are like a different style even of game that is, where I'll do something like Banjo-Kazooie, right? Like I'll go back and I'll play like some levels in Banjo-Kazooie as I have done here on the channel, and just be like, yeah, you know, because it's like, because with that kind of thing, it's not like I'm thinking about like, oh, like the gripping story, the rich world of Banjo and his friends. It's just like, you know, it's just like a feeling where you're like, yeah, I wanna feel in that world for a little bit, you know. And it's not like a thing where it's like, oh, okay, I had that experience and I can never play Banjo-Kazooie again. No, it's like you can just do that over again and you just, like, yeah, still fun, awesome. And so, like, for me, like, that's, like, really on the other side of things, where it's like, you'll just pick it up and be like, you're like, yeah, you know, I've got, like, an hour or two, let's load up Banjo-Kazooie and see what's going on there. And I don't know, those are both good experiences in my mind. One where it's like, you know, you had this really passionate encounter with the game and you're like, I still remember that sometimes. And other times where you're like, you know, I guess some people call it like an old glove you put on. But I never do that. I don't like put on old gloves. That seems weird, but I guess that's the saying anyway. you know, and like, so there's a lot of different ways to experience something that's your favorite or that you really like, and so I'll often think about that. Sometimes in a realistic scenario, when I'm like, man, I'm bored and I'm at that certain level of depression where you're like, oh, let me do something new, and you're like, nope, I can't. I literally do not have the like ability to do anything that is not something I haven't done before, because my brain chemistry is not allowing me right now, which is very common actually. That's like a very common thing for like if you have depression to be like, okay, I'm just really bored and I can't do anything that would entertain me. I have to do something that has entertained me in the past. And so like that's often when I'll do something like that, when I'll like load up like an old favorite and just play through it for a little while. My partner does that with a very specific book. They have like one specific book that like my partner has so many books, like tons of books, but there's like a couple books that they have that are just like ratty, torn up, and just because I've been read so much, we're like, this is the depression book. You know, and sometimes you need that. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think if you've got something that like brings you like that can mollify you in that moment, you know what I mean, when you're feeling like really down or even just in a funk, then that's really good, because what you really need in that moment, according to therapists that I've talked to about this issue, is that the thing you really want in that scenario is just some sort of distraction, after which you'll forget how you were feeling and you'll go back and you'll just be like, oh, I just feel normal now. Because it's not truly important what you do in that scenario. It's just important that you do something. And the reason that you want to go back to something that you used to enjoy, that part psychologically is your brain being like, I don't feel happy, but I did feel happy in the past. Go back to when that was happening and do something like that now. And that's something that can feel like it'll work, but is not actually the thing that's happening. Like, I think the thing that's actually happening is literally like you're doing something that is enjoyable and it's distracting you for long enough that you're able to move on. So the actual power is just that the old favorite idea is able to convince your brain that it's okay to do something. And so that can be like really hard to get through, depending on, say the accessibility of that one specific thing that you're thinking about. So, while it is always good to be like, man, I've got to keep this copy of Banjo-Kazooie accessible at all times, you never know when it's going to strike. It's not really that in particular. It's not that any one specific thing. And so it's just about how good you are, or how your brain will allow lets you get through that feeling. Like, I would think actually even something like Stardew Valley, you'd be like, oh man, I love my Stardew Valley farm. I'm just gonna like start a new game of Stardew Valley. One thing I'll do that with is Pokemon. Like sometimes I'll just, if I'm in a funk, I'll just start up a new game of the original Red and Blue, because that brings you back to a time when I first played it, when I was like, man, this is awesome. And the truth is, it is awesome. A lot of things are awesome, though. You know, it doesn't always have to be that. But there are times when you're like, it's not working. Nothing else is working. We just gotta go with the old reliables. Oh, we got some good wine. So how about this? I remember people were asking for, actually I think Gummy was asking for all these. Gummy was asking, 1, tell a story. 2, what's your favorite and second favorite games of all time? And 3, whispered affirmations. Boom, that's all 3 in one. Triple combo. Alright, Sandy. Sandy wants to give me some Tom Kyle soup, if you know what I'm saying. Let me catch my drift. She wants a little bit of that Tom Kyle soup. Did I tell a story? Gummy. Look at me. I was just telling a story just... Story was being told moments ago. Your house is hot as fuck. Yeah, you're telling me. My house is, well, okay, it's actually fine, but I have the AC off, so it's bad right now. But it's been pretty bad here. Pretty rough. Pretty rough. Pretty rough. Pretty tough. We got a lot. So it looks like we're around 7 million. We made another 2 million this stream, which is good. That means we'll if my calculations are correct, we will collect 10 million in 1.5 streams. So that's pretty exciting. too small to be drank by normal human hands. I don't think I've ever really been a cappuccino kind of person myself. At least not like straight cappuccino. For me, I'm always like, if I drink a cappuccino and just that little tiny thing, I'm like, yeah, but I wanted more stuff to drink. I'm like, this isn't enough beverage for me. I'd like a bigger beverage, please. More liquid. Oh, no, I need those. What are my favorite triggers? I really like the L1 and R1 bumpers, the triggers. I feel like you push down on them too much, and it's like you never know when it's gonna like actually trigger, you know? I've heard that the PS5 controller has a really nice one where it has like the nice feedback on it, but I haven't tried those. I bet those triggers would be really good though. Does that help? And inaudible whispering as well. That's also good. I also like mouth sounds, and I actually like what is it? Soft spoken. I like soft spoken a lot. Especially if it's like really soft like this, like usually like what I do. I try to do triggers the way that I like them, because at least I'm like, well, I know that at least someone will enjoy them. At least me. And you know, stuff like that. There are some like object triggers I like, but a lot of the triggers that I do enjoy are like speaking, right? Speaking or whispering. Mouth-based. A lot of mouth-based ASMR. But I guess, you know, brushing is nice too. Brushing is also pretty nice. I guess what I'm saying is that there's a lot that's good. It depends on what I'm feeling at the moment. Why don't we go to the caves? We haven't gone to the caves today. anything with a pimple, anything involving any kind of blemish of the skin. Miss me with that shit, please. Just that's gonna be it. That's gonna be a hard pass for me. Yeah, I don't hate like mic licking personally, as long as it's not body horror. I'm usually fine with it. If I'm not looking at like something that is abjectly disgusting, I'm like, okay, this is fine then. Apologies to people who do enjoy it, but couldn't be me. Wow, there was stairs in that box. A stair box. That's all I hate, yeah. Like I said, if it's not something like grotesque and horrifying, if it's not something that you'd see in a horror movie, I'm cool with it. Spicy eel, spicy eel, spicy eel. Oh, there's a thing right here the whole time, wasn't there? Wow. Wow. Very observant. That's just a fake anyway. VIP is very expensive, but it's also extremely limited. Unless we happen to someday get like 200 people chatting in the chat at once. I don't think we probably won't get additional slots because the VIP slots are based on how many people have ever chatted in your chat at the same time. Especially because the chat here is not always like active chatting place, because we definitely have folks who chat a lot, but we also have a lot of folks who just be chilling, you know what I'm saying? Which isn't a bad thing, it's just specifically for that one way that they determine how many VIP slots you get. I should have opened that. Especially because all these are bugs. Almost every single one of these are like insects. I should probably call it for that. Let's see, what do we got? We have 37 of those. Alright, I think that's good. Let's see how much we make. And the grand total is 200k. Not bad. Not bad. Trigger word bubbles. Bubbles, 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 bubbles. Bubbles, 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 bubbles. Bubbles, 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 Alright, folks, that is going to do it for tonight. I hope you've enjoyed your bubbles and sipped upon guess, in a way, a bittersweet way. I look forward to it. And I'll be back tomorrow with some Minecraft, ASMR Minecraft. And then either on Wednesday or Thursday, I haven't decided yet, we're going to do Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And then on the other day, that's not the one that we do that, we're going to do Darkest Dungeon 1. We're still playing 1. I mean, I say still, we started a couple weeks ago. It's like it's not a short game. And then on Friday, I might be doing something a little bit different. We'll see about that. Where I believe, so I think what I'm going to do is, because we finished everything that's in Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5 HD, we've went through the list. We did every game that's in there. I'm going to call that Season 1 complete of Kingdom Hell, and we'll probably do more of that if and when someone curses us with a purchase of the rest of the Kingdom Hearts games, which are not in that package. So on Friday, instead, we'll be doing something different. So that's exciting if you've been avoiding those Kingdom Hearts streams because you're like, listen, Dan, I love you, but fuck that. Hey, a good time to check out the Friday streams then, because it will not be Kingdom Hearts. And in fact, it will be something different. And anyway, so like I said, check out our YouTube at youtube.com/HellzoneClub, link in the chat. Because we now have memberships. If you enjoy the YouTube channel and want to show additional support, you're welcome to there. Don't feel pressured, okay? It's just like, hey, YouTube had an option to flip that switch on, and so I said, okay. So if you're into it, if you want to do that, go ahead. It's up to you. I, of course, appreciate your support, no matter where it comes from, because you make this channel go round. You help me out with your support, and I appreciate that. And I will appreciate it tomorrow for our Minecraft stream, and tonight. That's going to be it for me. Check that YouTube, though, tomorrow for the special video that you have earned, which will be going live tomorrow at 12 o'clock PST. Check it out. It's going to be great. And I'll see you then. Good night, everybody.